If you've been anywhere near the AI space lately, you've probably seen one phrase blowing up every corner of social media: Grok Spicy Mode. And not just because it's another tool from Elon Musk's XAI team, but because it's the first major AI generator that openly allows unrestricted creative output without the typical layers of censorship, filters, or vague refusal messages. Whether you think that's groundbreaking or reckless, it's definitely a turning point. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, how to access it, what it can and cannot do, and why it's already reshaping the AI creator economy. Let's get into it. Grok Imagine is part of XAI's ecosystem, and it functions like a full creative engine inside the Grok Assistant. What makes Spicy Mode completely different is that it removes the standard safety filters you're used to from tools like Midjourney, DALL 3, or Runway. Normally, those tools scan your text input, detect whether it fits within their approved content guidelines, and block anything that crosses certain lines. Grok Spicy Mode doesn't operate with the same censorship logic, which means the AI responds directly to your prompt without trying to reinterpret or sanitize it. Now, that doesn't mean it's a lawless free-for-all. There are still guardrails around illegal or harmful topics, but it gives adults much more creative freedom than traditional AI image or video generators. The biggest takeaway: Spicy Mode is simply unrestricted creative mode. Instead of denying certain themes, the AI attempts to generate exactly what you describe, within legal and ethical boundaries. That's why it's been trending since its release in October 2025, because creators finally have access to a tool that isn't constantly telling them no. You'll need one thing to access Spicy Mode: a paid subscription. There's no free tier for this feature. You need either the Super Grok plan at around $16 a month or the Premium Plus tier at around $30. Both include Spicy Mode. It's available on web, iOS, and Android, but you must log in with your X account since Grok is tied into Musk's platform. And yes, your region matters. Some countries restrict the feature due to local regulations, so if you don't see the Spicy switch, that might be why. Once you're inside the Grok interface, you'll see two tabs at the top: Ask and Imagine. Everything we're focusing on today is inside Imagine. This is where the image and video generation tools live. The interface looks pretty simple at first glance: a big text box, some style options, and a few toggles. But one of those toggles is Spicy Mode, and that's where the magic happens. When you type a prompt, you'll see a switch next to the input bar. When Spicy Mode is off, you get regular filtered generations. When you toggle it on, it turns red or orange depending on your theme, and a warning pops up saying the system may generate mature or sensitive content. You can't enable it accidentally. The warning forces you to confirm. Once it's on, the generation pipeline changes completely. The AI uses a less restricted model and a different sampler configuration that doesn't auto-censor themes it detects as sensitive. Before I show you how to build advanced prompts, let's walk through a basic generation so you know how the workflow feels. Start by typing a simple descriptive prompt, something like a cinematic portrait of a character standing near a window with soft evening lighting, dramatic shadows, and a realistic rendering style. When you hit generate, the AI will give you 4 variations in about 15 to 25 seconds depending on server load. The cool part is that Spicy Mode doesn't limit your creative direction. You don't get filtered results or weird sanitization, just straight interpretation. Once you've done your first generation, the real fun begins: advanced prompting. If you want to consistently get high-quality output, you need to understand 4 techniques: camera language, lighting styles, style modifiers, and negative prompts. Camera language is one of the easiest ways to make your images look intentional. If you add terms like low-angle shot, overhead perspective, macro close-up, or cinematic frame composition, the AI shifts from generic images to something that looks like a scene from a film. These terms matter more in Grok Imagine than in many other models because the system gives them higher weight. A prompt that includes Dutch tilt with dynamic framing and depth of field bokeh will look dramatically more professional than a simple description. Lighting is another huge part of realism. Grok responds extremely well to lighting descriptors like rim lighting, golden hour, soft diffused studio light, or dramatic high-contrast shadows. These aren't just visual terms, they're technical cues that tell the model how to balance exposure, highlights, and shading. That's why experienced creators get consistently better results than beginners. They know the vocabulary. Style modifiers are where you define the artistic identity of your output. Phrases like photorealistic 8K hyperdetail, digital painting, anime illustration, or concept art style drastically change the output. Grok tends to lean photorealistic by default, but if you want a different aesthetic, you must specify it. For example, hyper-detailed photorealistic portrait, 8K, studio lighting, will get you something totally different from soft watercolor illustration, 8K, studio lighting, pastel palette, hand-painted texture. Negative prompts might be the most underrated tool in Grok Imagine. These are the do not include instructions. If you don't want distortions, weird artifacts, or unnecessary elements, add something like no blur, no distortion, no extra limbs, no asymmetry, no low-quality textures. You can also remove layout issues by adding no incorrect proportions, no chaotic background, no random objects. Negative prompts dramatically increase output consistency, especially in Spicy Mode since the model isn't filtered. Once you've generated images, you can use Grok's most unique feature, image-to-video animation. This is something Midjourney still doesn't offer natively. You can take any image, either generated or uploaded, and turn it into a short motion clip. All you need to do is tap Animate, choose the duration, 6, 10, or 15 seconds, decide the motion intensity, and let it process. The model analyzes the image, predicts natural movement, adds environmental dynamics like light or wind where appropriate, and renders a short MP4. It's optimized for mobile formats but still looks surprisingly smooth. You can use this for creative short-form content, cinematic shots, character animations, or stylized loops. Subtle motion usually gives the best results. Too much motion can lead to distortions. If your video looks unnatural, try lowering the intensity or simplifying the background in your original image. You can also upload your own images for restyling. This is great if you're a digital artist or content creator who wants to experiment with different aesthetics. Grok lets you transform an image into various styles, upgrade lighting, adjust mood, or create multiple variants of the same character or environment. The key is describing the change in clear detail. Convert this into a cinematic concept art style with dramatic soft lighting, or change the outfit to a modern streetwear look with dark tones. It handles transformations well, as long as the prompt remains consistent and descriptive. Now let's get to the important part. Limitations. Even with Spicy Mode, Grok has hard boundaries. It won't generate illegal content under any circumstances. It won't generate deep fakes of real celebrities or public figures. If you mention a famous name, the model either refuses or redirects you to use a fictional character description instead. It also avoids harmful, violent, or abusive scenarios. Essentially, Spicy Mode expands adult creative freedom but doesn't remove legal or ethical restrictions. Think of it as the difference between unrestricted artistic expression and outright unsafe content. Grok only allows the former. There's also the resolution limitation. Grok images generally generate around mid-resolution compared to models like Midjourney Vi6. It prioritizes speed, and even Premium Plus users aren't getting 4K stills yet. That may come later, but for now, expect solid but not ultra-high-resolution renders. Video quality is also mobile optimized, which means 464 by 688 resolution for animations. That's good for TikTok, Reels, or Stories, but not ideal for large-screen cinematic edits. Let's talk about why this tool is so controversial. The biggest pushback came from RAIN, the leading anti-assault organization, which argued that giving the general public access to unrestricted visual AI could normalize harmful behavior. Musk responded by saying adults should have the right to creative freedom and that censoring AI is not a solution. The debate has only intensified as more people start using the tool. And for creators looking to push boundaries, that makes it extremely valuable. That's the full breakdown. If you want the advanced prompt pack, demo files, or comparison videos between Grok, Midjourney, and Stable Diffusion, drop a comment. And if you want more deep dive tutorials like this, make sure you're subscribed.